Learn it quickly. We know that when you teach people rescue breathing, that it is what we call a high fidelity or a high level of training intervention. It's something that if you learn it quickly and you learn it sloppily, you don't perform it optimally, it simply doesn't work at all. It doesn't do anything. And it might actually detract from other interventions that are extremely effective. So what I will say is this: airway management and rescue breathing may be effective under some circumstances. It's a big and important part of what I do, but it's one of the hardest things that I do as an emergency physician, and it's one of the hardest things that paramedics do in a pre-hospital setting, especially if they want to do it well. Expecting the general public to take on that skill in order to address an epidemic that is sweeping across our communities is, I think, really quite an overwhelming challenge. And we have lots of science, lots of data that shows that when we ask that of people, when we expect the public to take on interventions that are so challenging, so complex, and so difficult to do well, sometimes people freeze.
Canadian Journal Public Health, Volume 104, Issue 3, page 200. There, there's Dr. Orkin there. I talked to all these doctors down here. There's Dr. Lori Morrison right in here. Oopsie daisy, she knows better. She wrote the 2010 guidelines that says rescue breathing only. Anyway, they taught this to tens of thousands of people, and they're doing it on a nice cyanotic blue background and color your skin dying lack of oxygen. Whoopsie daisy.
The paramedic service is actually very well prepared. They all have naloxone. The most important thing when they get on site is actually ventilation as well as naloxone. But I think what we heard loud and
Well, we were told today that, for example, because that precise example was used as to whether other first responders should have naloxone, and it was said that that was not the case, that the priority, for example, when the fire department are often the first to arrive, should be on ventilation, as Dr. Yaffe just said. But let me just say this about the budget. When it comes to saving lives in this manner,
Not chest compressions, as they taught tens of thousands of people. That's right, killing anyone with any of the hundreds of causes of breathing emergency, and it's costing you an untold fortune. So many left with permanent brain damage, etc.